right, so for today, we're going to be using a different kind of paint. We're going to be using a thicker paint, an acrylic, which is a lot different from the paint we used yesterday, which was more of like a water-based tempera. This is going to make much thicker, darker colors on your painting, like you could see here, as you do your last layer. You have a whole bunch of vibrant colors that you can use. In addition, our paintbrush size today will be small paintbrushes because we're doing the small ideas, everything you've been waiting for and holding off on with small brushes. So you'll get one with a nice smaller tip, and you will be using brighter, thicker paint to make details, as you're going to see in some of the work that we're about to look at. Today, as we're gonna put our final layers, notice how the student is using the thicker paint and the smaller brush to make smaller details and add interest. This is what we're gonna do with our final layer. The idea is that we're using a more pigmented, thicker textured paint because this whole abstract was based on different textures. And I'll show you some other students' work so you can get inspired. It makes a great contrast over the more watery paint that we used the last few days. Here's an example also of a student who used a thick white, and there's some smaller details in there, and it does add impact. But if you do this, you have to do it at the sink and not at the table because you don't want to mess. Here's another example of a thicker paint, smaller details with the final layer. Today's the last day. This is another gorgeous composition by a student who really has a good sense of color. I really like the yellow, the brightness as a final layer. Doing a great job.